Can we just be real here? I did not expect Kendall to make it this far. I'm very shocked that she is like getting a hometown date. I thought she was going to be going at least the second episode, especially when she brought out the taxidermy. And also, I don't see a spark between her and Arie, but he's keeping her along for the ride. So, without further ado, let's get into this review. So Kendall is our first hometown date, and she's giving me, like I said before, I don't see a spark between her and Arie, and I feel like she's the experiment that Jacqueline did not want to be with Arie, because he's talking about her like she's a roommate or like an old friend from college. He's not talking about her in the way he would talk about a wife, you would think, right? He doesn't say anything about how he feels about her in a relationship kind of way. Like, all of his comments about Kendall are like platonic. She's quirky, she's funny, she's different. That's it. Like if you want this woman to be your wife, wouldn't you use other ways to describe her? And like, he kisses, even when he kisses her, it's just their relationship is very, very platonic. I see absolutely no spark between her and Arie. So I fast forwarded through that taxidermy scene. So if there was something important in there, I honestly missed it. Because what I was not going to do is watch these people stuff a dead animal. Not on my TV. You know what? I feel like Kendall is not a good fit for Arie, but I think like she's a good fit for Jack. Serial killer Jack from Rachel's season. They give me like an odd couple that is either very dangerous together or very good together in a positive way. They can either both be serial killers or they could both be activists. Either way, I see them working. So then we meet Kendall's twin, Kylie. Yes, their name is Kendall and Kylie. Okay. Anyway, Glam Kendall is not here with the bull. She basically told Arie that her sister is not ready. And I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I feel like she was really looking out for her. And even when Arie asked if she was ready for this, the fact that what's her name? Kylie, the glam one. The fact that she didn't answer it, she said, I can't answer that for her, let me know that Kendall is not ready. I already thought that she wasn't ready, but for her twin not to answer, I felt like she wanted to keep her sister in a good light and keep her in the competition. But when she didn't say yes or no, that was an answer for me, and it was a definite no, because you're a twin. You know you're twin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even with my sisters, we're not twins, but I know them, right? Kylie knows her twin. So her not answering was a definite no in my opinion, but she just did not want to tank her sister's chances in this show. And I respect that, because she's looking out for her sister, but she's also not going to lie about a situation either. And even when she talked to Kendall, she was just like, are you sure? Because I know that you're not ready for this. And Kendall was trying to convince her or whatever, but I think that's the game that you do to stay at least within the Bachelor Nation. Kendall, sweetie, you're already doing well. You made it to the hometown dates. You're going to have a good future in the Bachelor Nation franchise or whatever. I guarantee we're going to see her either in Paradise or maybe as the Bachelorette someday. I hope so. She's different. Like, she's a different kind of diverse, and I would like to see her flourish, and I would like to see the kind of men that the show would cast for her. That would be very interesting. So damn, Kendall's whole family is like throwing this competition for her. Her father was just like, if you ask me for her hand in marriage, I'm telling you no, I don't approve. So, yeah, that's kind of it for Kendall. I don't see her making it any farther than this, because like, her sister is not answering Arie's questions, and then her dad is like, you don't have my approval, she's not ready. Like, so I don't know how Arie could continue on with her after this. And then we get to TiTi's family. Yeah. Can I tell y'all, I like how TiTi's brother cut right to the chase. He looked at Arie and basically was just like, I heard you was a hoe. Is it true? Yes, brother. That's how you come and protect your sister. But he did mention he wasn't there for her in her life, so I don't know what's going on there. But I would have loved to have gotten that tea before we got to the hometown dates, because I'm like, you're dropping family little nuggets, but nobody really knows what's going on. So what do you mean you weren't there for her for a large part of her life? Were you in prison? Probably for cooking meth. I'm just saying. Oh, Arie, please. He tells TiTi's family that he likes her because he wants a strong Southern woman to put him in his place. Boy, bye. None of us believe this little shtick that you're trying to play, that you want a strong, independent woman. No, you don't. You want a complacent child. We see you, Arie. We see you. Arie and Becca's date was actually really cute. I like the apple orchard backdrop. It was really cute and intimate and just very sweet. It looked to me like it would be a great place to take engagement photos. I see what you're doing, Becca. I see you. Put it in his mind so that you get the ring. You go, girl. I'm not surprised that everybody in Becca's family is elderly. She gives me that kind of like old soul. You know, like she just seems very mature for her age. So I wasn't surprised that when her and Arie walked into her living room that everybody in their room was 60 plus. It makes total sense. First, I wasn't here for Becca's uncle because I felt like he was hamming it up for the cameras. But when he sat down with Arie and had the heart-to-heart and teared up talking about his brother, Becca's father, I kind of fell in love with the uncle. And it made me feel okay with Becca being in this process, this journey. You know, I know she's not looking for my approval, but I felt like if it doesn't work out or something doesn't go the way she wants it to, she has a very strong community that she'll be okay, that she'll be able to get through it, and that she'll be protected and covered to the point where she could get herself together and be better and be ready for somebody else down the line. I don't know. That moment for me, I felt like her father would be proud. You know what I mean? That they are, this family, his brother is really looking out for his child. She just seemed very protected. And for someone who has lost their father, you know what I mean? You like with Becca, there's like a part of her is missing, but she's gonna be okay. I don't know. That moment for me, I was like, oh, Becca's okay. She's good. She got a good, strong community, and I see her flourishing in anything with these people by her side. So her dad should be proud. Okay, so this episode alone convinced me that Arie is going to pick Lauren because he's so different with her, guys. He's so different. He's nervous when he talks to her. He's giddy when he talks to her. There is a side of Arie that we never see until he is with her. He comes alive when he is with Lauren. Now, Lauren never comes alive, but Arie comes alive when he's with Lauren. Like, he was so nervous to go to her parents' home. I never seen him do that with any of the other girls on this date. You know what I mean? Like on the hometowns. He was not like that with TiTi. He was not like that with Kendall. And he damn sure wasn't like that with Becca. But with Lauren, he's like stuttering and like shaking his feet, and he's just really nervous and awkward trying to get in there. And then he's like doing the most to impress her father, doing the most to impress her mother. Like, Arie was doing everything to get their approval, even knowing that her dad is a military guy and then dropping this whole story about visiting Iraq and how much he loved it. Like, he was going above and beyond for Lauren, and I was just like, I know who the winner is. And it's Lauren. I don't have a problem with knowing that Lauren is, you know, that he's going to pick her at this stage in the game. I felt like with Rachel, I knew from day one who she was going to pick, and it just wasn't a very good experience watching this show. It was great, like, talking about it with you guys, but I was just like, there's no suspense. It's still a TV show. And I feel like with this Bachelor, I just never know what he's going to do. So it kind of makes up for him being boring. But at this stage in the game, I think I kind of have my winner, and I think it's going to be Lauren. And although I'm happy that Arie has found somebody that he is really giddy about, like, it's really cute to see him just totally change up to try to impress this girl. So it lets me know that he is really, really into Lauren. But I'm kind of pissed off, right? Like, I like the fact that it's suspenseful, but I feel like we just have not had enough footage of the both of them to be here. Like, I love the suspense. It just doesn't make sense. Like, out of nowhere, Arie just fell for Lauren. I don't think it happened overnight. I think they had a lot of interaction, but there was so much that was cut out to maybe shock the viewing audience. But you can shock me. I'm good with that. just make sense of this storyline. This does not make sense that Arie and Lauren are at this point where they're in love with each other. You know what? They did do that with Rachel. They did that with Rachel and the balding guy. I'm so sorry, sir. I do not know your name and I don't want to describe you like that, but that's all I could, that's how I could remember you. He was the penguin when he introduced himself to her, and there was one more guy. Adam? I think it's Adam. He's with Fallon. Whatever her name is, he's with her now. I think they're still together. But those two, like at the end, all of a sudden Rachel was like really into these guys. But when I watched the Men Tell All, they had a lot of moments. You know what I mean? Like they were all getting very close. We just didn't see them progress. So I think that's the same thing that they're doing here. But just like with Rachel's season, this doesn't make sense. Like it just doesn't make sense that Arie and Lauren are at this point when we, the viewer, didn't get to see it. And I feel like we were cheated. So then we get to the rose ceremony and TiTi's dress. I'm kind of confused because some angles I'm here for it. The dress looks so great and it fits her so perfectly. And then other angles, especially from the back, it gives me very early 2000s junior prom. And I'm just like, I don't know. But she did look cute. I will give it to them. All the ladies look really, really good for this final, I guess, rose ceremony. Or semi-final rose ceremony. But TiTi's dress, I was in and out with it. What did you guys think of her dress? I liked it at times. I disliked it. I'm still kind of on the fence for it. I feel like I need to see the actual dress, maybe like on a model, something. It just kept on reading different to me in different scenes. What did you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section below. So now we're down to the wire. It's TiTi, Kendall, Lauren, and Becca. Arie can't like really make up his mind, right? So he walks away and he's really confused. And at this point, I'm just like, okay, Arie, I'm sick of Arie having these dramatic walkaways where he can't really make a decision until he walks into a hallway and stares at like the wall for a minute and then he gets himself together. He did the same thing with Lauren in the bushes. Like, dude, what are you doing? Because this is the thing, right? You're not going to give me, when this show first starts, this after school like special acting, and now all of a sudden when the show is about to end, all of a sudden you're giving me Denzel Washington Oscar-winning performances. No, dude, stay consistent, okay? Don't play me. Don't try to pull out everything in the end. You should have been giving me this from day one. Maybe I would have had a different reaction to you, but stick with the after school acting. You've been giving me that since the beginning. Let's stay consistent. And also, I don't know, maybe if I'm reading too much into it, but I also felt like him walking away when he has to make a hard decision, because he's done this several times. I don't know, I felt like, dude, man up. You know what I mean? Like, this is not becoming of you as a potential partner of one of these women, to show them that when you get in a bind and you don't really know what to do, you walk away from a situation and get yourself together and then come back. A woman never wants to see a man walk away. We never want to see a man take a walk or walk away from a situation and get himself together and then come back. We want a man who will stand throughout any situation. I just felt like as a woman watching this, I'm just like, I want my man, every time he's dealing with something difficult, he got to walk away and get himself together and then come back to it. You can't stand through difficult situations. That's what you're telling me as a partner. I don't know. That's what I got from it. And I was just like, you can't make a difficult decision about a damn rose. How are you going to make a decision about a mortgage? Arie takes Kendall away for a second and he decides that he wants to talk to her because he's not quite sure about where she's at, because essentially her family was just like, she's not ready. So he keeps on talking to Kendall. He's just like, I want a wife. I want somebody who wants to be with me. Are you ready? And Kendall basically just says no. She's like, I can't get there. I want time. I need this. Like, she basically pulled a Peter. You know what I mean? And at that point, I thought Arie was going to send her home, but he doesn't. He walks her right back to the rose ceremony, and then he starts again with the roses. So even after Kendall, who I respect, basically told Arie, I'm not ready, and Arie kept on trying to force this I'm ready out of her. She kept on saying she wasn't, and she just didn't know what the future was. She didn't know if she could get there or not, right? After she says all of this, Arie still sends home TiTi. Not only did it shock me, it was also very confusing. I was just like, dude, you have somebody who told you that they're falling in love with you, who told you that they're here, who really opened up to you, and you still sent her home. I will say this, and I have to be honest with you guys. I've been honest with you all since day one. I feel like TiTi's family sank this ship for her. Here is why. I feel like Arie is, he gives me, from what I've seen and what I've read about him, he gives me upper crust, like kind of rich kid. And I don't think that he felt like he could mesh with TiTi's family. Like, could you imagine Arie and his bougie mother trying to, connect with TiTi's mother? I could never see that happening. Even if she would go over their house, I feel like she would be, checking her car, making sure, ain't nobody stealing her tires. I feel like she would probably have her purse clenched, looking over, clenching her pearls, making sure ain't nobody trying to jack her or rob her, not eating off the, the paper plates. Let's be honest, okay? TiTi is hood. It is what it is. I just don't feel like, he felt like him and that family could work together. And I'm not saying he was doing it in a negative way, but he gave me very uppity when he was around her family. And I don't think that he felt like they could mesh. That happens, you know what I mean? Sometimes people don't want to, and I'm not being, and I'm not saying this about TiTi, but I do know that there are a lot of people who like to date within their class. And I just don't think that Arie, although he was interested in TiTi, although he liked that she was Southern, I think it was more of a fun thing for him. I don't think it was ever a reality that he could be with TiTi. And especially when he saw her family and how she lives, he realized that this is not something that he could do. Like Lauren's family, Becca's family, even Kendall's family was more his speed, but not this like backwater Louisiana people with, a scary brother and a mom and a dad who are just like, we are, we're Southern people and this is how we live and we're okay with it. Not like Southern Belle, you know what I mean? Southern. They're not like, oh, we have a cotton farm. Are there still cotton farms? I don't know. I hope I'm trying to explain it, but you know what I mean? Like they're a different kind of Southern, and I don't think that Arie wants to, go down that road. So then my girl starts breaking down, and like when she started crying, guys, my heart, like TiTi broke my heart, because I knew that she was going to make it another round. Like she felt like she had it in the bag, and she was just very disappointed and heartbroken, and I felt for her, right? But then I was just like, girl, don't waste another tear over that lanky, boring bachelor. You are in the running to be the next bachelorette. You did what you came to do. Maybe your feelings got a little involved in it, but that's okay, honey. You are now in the top tier pick. Sorry, CN. Girl, you got to get a little bit more personality. Maybe you need to do Paradise and get comfortable with the cameras. Maybe then we'll be able to see you as the bachelorette. But this time, we are going full speed ahead with my baby TiTi. So don't cry, sis. Don't cry. We gonna see you again. You got a bright future in Bachelor Nation. Don't you shed another tear for Arie, girl. This is your time to flourish. Flourish, sis. Flourish. So next week, thank the Lord, I have 2 shows that wrap this week. So next week, I'll have more time. So I'll be able to put these posts up a little earlier, and I'll be able to like review them right away. Thankfully, I'll have a free week because it's going to be a whole Bachelor week. There's the Women Tell All on Sunday. Then on Monday, there's a regular Bachelor. Then Tuesday, there's Bachelor Winter Games. Then Thursday, there's Bachelor Winter Games. So I'm going to have a full Bachelor week. And I am actually pretty excited because there's so much going on. It seems like the Women Tell All is going to be really juicy. Then the Bachelor is going to be very suspenseful. Then the Bachelor Winter Games is going to be messy as hell. And I cannot wait. I hope you stop by to chat it up with me. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you for the following episode of The Bachelor. Bye, guys.